Hey there, Bare-Knuckle News fans. I am backstage with the one and only Jeff Houston. Jeff, what a night of fights. Can you break them down for us? Each one more spectacular than the other, I think.
Susan, I'm fighting for oxygen as we speak. You know this after every single time. Oh, the pressure that you put on me. But then again, if I felt pressure, I would actually say something about it. You guys know better. I don't feel pressure. I give pressure. Susan, it was unbelievable. It was another amazing night. Our Fight Night series just keep getting better and better. Fort Lauderdale is an awesome launching pad for fights. We always have a good time over here. The main event, wow. Wow, if there was one that was the shock of the year, I think that's probably it. I did not expect a 23-second hellacious knockout by Frank Tate to Joey Beltran. It was a scary knockout. It really was.
It was a vicious knockout, and I know that Joey's on the way to the hospital, so we do wish him well and hope that we'll see him back in the squared circle very soon. One other thing I wanted to talk to you about, Jeff, is so many new people on the card, but such heart. Even the preliminaries, the undercard, those were some amazing and outstanding fighters fighting for their first fight in their debut fights.
They absolutely were, and we're getting so many surprises in bare-knuckle fighting. And you know, the thing about it is, you have to look at the evolution of bare-knuckle fighting championship, and in the grand scheme of things, 4.5 years. But we're still surprising ourselves each and every show. There were a couple of big surprises for me. James Lights Out Lilly. Wow, another UK superstar with a big knockout, another one who's just really gonna, I think, make a statement here in Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship. But if there's one surprising one that surprised the hell out of me, it was the introduction of the zombie Justin Stills. Going up against Fames, you know, the Heartbreak Kid Fames, he just had a tough loss against Chad Mendez. I mean, that was a big money fight, for him and everything, and that was fantastic. There's really not any kind of even a loser in that kind of scenario because it was on-the-job experience. But what happened with Justin Stills, I've never seen anybody this far in BKFC walk someone down like that and not gas out. It was unbelievable. It really was.
He was a little machine. We spoke about that. He was so accurate as well. And I feel like it was a disappointment for Fames because, and maybe even a tougher fight for him because he was in his hometown. And that can really play some weight on you when you're playing to the hometown team. It
absolutely does. But, if you're in the other corner, shutting down the hometown guy is always a feather in your cap when you do that. But, it's nothing to really concern himself about because in the end, it's just back to the drawing board and see what works there. This may even encourage him to take his pressure game to the next level because he sees what happens when somebody brand new comes in. Justin said, I'm the zombie for a reason. I don't run out of air, I don't run out of gas, and I walk you down and you hit me. I'm dead. I'm just gonna keep coming after you, and guess what? He did it.
We were speaking of just a few minutes ago about 4.5 years ago. It doesn't seem like it was 4.5 years ago that they started in a small little ice rink in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and now you're off to, across the pond. We got to talk about that.
Oh my God. Well, as you know, our president and founder, David Feldman, announced it right here tonight, July 16th, Wembley Arena, BKFC London. I am so excited. I have been across the pond several times in London myself, but now the fact that we are bringing the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth to a section of the world that's very used to bare-knuckle fighting. This is nothing new to them, but what is going to be new to them is the way that Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship brings bare-knuckle fighting platform. It's completely different than anything else that's ever been done, and I think the British fans are in for one hell of a treat. I really do.
I really think they're going to be in for one heck of a treat as well. What the big difference is, too, is that we don't have the opportunity. So many of the bare-knuckle fighters that are coming over from England have to work their clinch. And then there's that whole
100%, 100%, absolutely. But a lot of the bare-knuckle fighters, who don't necessarily know their clinch or they don't go for a half or full tie plum and such, there's a lot of them that are used to the brawl and the breakup. The minute that they get into the clinch, it's kind of, boxing, mentality, and they kind of automatically break up. But in this, once again, that's the best thing about over here with Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship. Fighting within the clinch is encouraged. And I think that that actually is one of the big factors that makes the fight that much more enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more. Before we go tonight, Jeff, is there anybody else you'd like to give a shout out to? And I know we're seeing you soon again.
Always a shout out to David Feldman. You know, this is just getting bigger and bigger. You know, there has never been a more meteoric rise when it comes to combat sports organization than Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship. And I also want to give a big shout out to my boy Sean Wheelock, because without Sean's referral right before June 2018, I wouldn't be a part of this amazing evolution. So, Sean, I will always be thankful for that referral and to be a part of this incredible bare-knuckle family. If there is one person that is walking inside the ring and outside the ring that is feeling truly blessed, it's yours truly.
I'm so honored to be standing next to you. I feel truly blessed to have had the opportunity to interview with you.
I love our interview, Susan.
Oh, thank you. And by the way, I'm Susan Cingari, and this is
Bare-Knuckle News with Mr. Live Worldwide, Jeff Houston.
And no one beats us to the punch.